Previously.
You're 100% sure that this is bitch?
I'll go get the midnight treat from Amara's kitchen.
I was sent by the SCIA to find the person responsible for the temporal anomalies.
I'm taking the werewolves to the magic realm, then I'll help you catch the culprit.
You let the werewolves go, and nothing in our agreement states that we can't hunt a few other occults afterwards.
Hello again, Prudence Lacrod.
Good thing Leviathan made the sky cloudy all over Windenburg. Forgotten Hollow is one of those magical regions where the moon always appears full, which is why I didn't want to come here at first.
You think a fake full moon would affect me too?
No idea. But it's best not to take any chances until we find a way to help you control your transformations.
Or cure them altogether. I didn't choose to be a werewolf, and Justin didn't ask before he bit me.
As much as I'd like to smash that little dickhead while he's still a defenseless garden gnome, that's not why I'm here. So this is the portal to the magic realm?
One of them, yes. According to some of the witches in the magic community, there should be one in your town too.
Yes, I've seen the portal in Strangerville, but decided to stay clear. About time to find out what it's like to travel through one. The sooner we turn in these werewolves, the sooner I can get back to looking for the cause of the temporal anomalies.
Oh no.
Hey! Why are they transforming again?
I completely forgot about the moon in the magic realm.
Well, in that case, I have no choice. Come back here, you son of a bitch.
Draco. You have to learn to control this. It's me, Elise. Please don't make me stop time again.
Damn it, I lost him. Werewolves are ridiculously fast.
Who are you? And what's going on here?
Are you sure you're okay?
For the umpteenth time, yes, Mom. She chucked me on the ground pretty bad, but this costume was thick enough to protect me from her teeth and claws.
I don't think getting bitten or scratched by bitch would have infected you anyway. She's probably not even a real werewolf herself, or she would have turned back when the moon disappeared behind the clouds. I know that it undid my own transformation.
Or maybe she's just that much stronger than others of her kind.
Given that it was probably my treat that did this to her in the first place, I doubt it. I hope Loki gets back here quickly.
Speak of the devil. Where have you been? Picnicking in the countryside.
Well, Henford-on-Dagley isn't exactly next door, and it took me a while to search Amara's kitchen.
Sorry, but the midnight treat is dangerous, so I'm trying my best to keep it away from my pets.
What did I miss?
Bitch defrosted and attacked, but Vermilion was able to subdue her. The mayor has declared that the party is over, and Delilah is already on her way home with your younger self.
Delilah was the woman dressed up as an alien. I hope she gets rid of that costume. None of my business, but I found it quite tasteless.
I told her as much.
Who cares? I'm more worried about bitch right now. Can we give her that fucking treat already, before she wakes up and attacks us again?
We can try, but as I said, I'm not entirely sure it's the right thing to do. And your brother probably wouldn't approve.
But we can't let her stay like this either, and Tiamo isn't here. I hope he's having more luck on his mission.
Is that all you can do without your precious futuristic gun? You seemed more capable back when you kidnapped my sister in Brindleton Bay, and I still haven't forgiven you for that.
I didn't ask for your forgiveness either. There's barely anything in the world that I care less about than the good opinion of some filthy bloodsucker.
Oh, you don't need to worry. I'd rather go without blood for a week than poison myself with yours.
How ironic, a demon dressing up as a holy being. Do you feel any shame at all?
Never.
My neighbors were killed by an alien posing as an angel when I was young, but at least that one didn't take a cum shower before attacking.
That's angelic body glitter, you unimaginative lowbrow.
Get back here, you rotten fish. I don't know why Prudence let you go the last time we had you captured, but it was a mistake that I won't repeat.
Fine. I won't keep running. but I'd rather play in here. You're not afraid of water, are you?
Come out, old witch. You don't stand a chance against us as long as we're wearing our magic-proof rings anyway, so you might as well stop delaying the inevitable and give up.
I never did need magic to take care of a pathetic little drone like you. And there's the queen bee, striking from the shadows, as we're used to. Show yourself so I can rip out your stinger and impale you with it.
Considering that you're keeping bees as pets, I didn't think you'd ever want to be so cruel to them.
Why not? If the bee sports the ugliest hairstyle in the world and keeps spewing nonsense instead of honey, it has no place in my garden.
But this isn't your garden, so how about a counter-proposal? You and your people go home, let us deal with the werewolves as is right and proper, and no one else has to get hurt.
What exactly is right and proper when it comes to dealing with werewolves?
They're dangerous beasts, so we kill them.
And here I thought you'd surprise me for once. Try again. Or don't, because I'm sick of talking anyway.
I appreciate the help, but do you really think this cell can hold him?
As long as he remains a harmless little puppy, of course. And I'll find a way to cure him. What kind of Salvadoradian witch would I be if I didn't know everything there is to know about shape-shifting?
It seems so obvious now, but I had no idea that the magic of Salvadoradian skinwalker relics is the same kind that brought about werewolves.
Oh yes, shapeshifting was originally used by the ancient Salvadoradians, formerly known as Amiscans, to give a physical body spectral properties, thus enabling it to travel between the mortal world and the afterlife at will. It's similar to, but not quite the same as the old astral projection rituals commonly practiced in medieval Mount Komorebi, along with necromancy and death magic in general. It's worth noting that these similarities have led to the popular misconception about the oldest civilizations of Mount Komorebi actually being descendants of the Amiscans, or vice versa.
That's way more elaborate than the explanation I was going to provide, but still true. People turning into humanoid wolves during a full moon is a mutation of sorts. No one really knows how it came to that, and no one cares, as long as it's treatable. I'll see what I can do, but for now, I have to get back to work. Excuse me.
Thanks, Pharaoh. It's a shame Justin got away. The world would be a safer place if he was in this cell, rather than Draco.
Too bad. But let's talk about you.
I know. I promised to help you find the person responsible for the temporal anomalies.
That's no longer necessary, is it? I knew it was you the moment I saw you at the crime scene, surrounded by motionless bodies, and Tiamo awkwardly tried to give you an excuse for being there. He may be a renowned writer and musician, but his acting skills could use some practice. Even my red personality was able to see through that.
So what happens now?
That depends entirely on the outcome of your trial, but it's not looking good. Elise Donovan, on behalf of the SCIA, I place you under arrest.
For what exactly? Was anyone killed as a result of my actions?
Maybe not yet, but you of all people should understand. After all, you just assisted in locking up your friend to prevent him from killing in the future. Your power is even more dangerous than any werewolf could ever be. It's a threat to the natural order itself.
I've heard that before. Grow your hair out and attach a pair of wings to your back, and you could pass for the Sudanese sea hag. But the difference between me and Draco is that there is no cure for being a witch, like there is for lycanthropy. And I'm using my powers consciously.
So it was your conscious decision to create that timeline disaster on Sulani back in June? Alright, you have the right to remain silent, and I suggest you use it, instead of incriminating yourself even further.
I'm not going to prison for being who I am. Not again.
Try to stop me.
Nothing easier than that.
Your concerns were unfounded, Amara. The midnight treat has turned bitch back into a dog.
But what else has it turned her into? We won't know until she wakes up.
Well, then the moment of truth has finally come.
Thank you for your help, Mom, but the mayor and I can take care of the rest. Take Vermilion and go home.
I'm not here to help you clean up after the party, and you know that.
So?
You threw yourself between me and an attacking werewolf. I guess that means you don't hate me after all.
Of course not. You are my mother, you always will be, and despite everything that happened, I will never hate you. But that doesn't mean I forgive you.
Still, thank you, Corwin. I can't take back the lies of the past, but I can promise you a better future.
Does that mean you're going to tell me the truth from now on?
Yes. There is indeed something else you should know about our family. But this is not the time or the place. Come visit me sometime, maybe for Thanksgiving? Then we can talk about it.
So let me get this straight. You gave me an experimental treat to undo my random transformation into a werewolf, which was the result of another experimental treat you gave me to undo my random transformations into a cat, which only happened because of an experimental treatment the mistress tried on me for no good reason. Am I a joke to you?
I'm pleasantly surprised that the midnight treat didn't do any harm, but it wasn't intended as a cure for lycanthropy. She might still turn again during the next full moon.
I'm definitely still feeling an urge to howl at it, though it's somewhat subdued.
Which means we can't take her back to Forgotten Hollow. The moon is always fully visible there due to magic.
Someone should do something about that already. Your devotion to Mother Moon is endearing, but freedom of religion ends when it starts to physically harm others.
Well, if she doesn't mind, she can live with me for the time being. We never get to see the moon at all down in Shadow Vale.
Thanks for the offer, but no nature at all? Doesn't sound very enticing, and it would only be a temporary solution anyway.
I could take her to Brightchester. There aren't any regulations concerning pets in the Foxbury dorms that I'm aware of.
I realize you're trying to make yourself useful because you feel bad for being the only ordinary mortal in a gang of badass occults, and to convince the audience behind the hidden cameras that you're more than just a satellite character with no purpose other than filling Wilbica's social circle. But I don't want to be responsible for a real-life reenactment of Ginger Snaps starring university students. I hear they taste really bad because of all the cigarettes, junk food and bodily fluids they consume.
I think it's best if I take her. Believe it or not, I've had dealings with werewolves before, and I might be able to calm her down even if she does transform again. Perhaps I'll even find a cure.
Excuse me, but you're the dubious veterinarian who got me into this mess in the first place. How are you going to cure me? By setting the kitchen on fire while I'm inside? Quite a literal way of making your problems go up in smoke.
That's the best idea I've heard all night.
Really? Is that heavy tiara squeezing your ears shut or something?
You should discuss this with Aya first.
So the poor little familiar whose future accommodation you're discussing gets no say in the matter? Like, at all?
She probably won't like what happened today.
The first smart thing you've said all night, Normie. I don't even remember what happened, but I definitely don't like it. Oh wait, do you mean the mistress? Yeah, you all just keep ignoring me.
Tiamo. Oops.
What do you mean, oops? That was you.
Sorry. I mistook your white costume for a witch hunter uniform.
How? None of them had angel wings the last time I checked, even if they like to think of themselves as servants of God.
Well, I'm the god of thunder. Ask Allison, she bowed to me when I hit her with a lightning strike by the lake. Where's her husband?
Good question. Did you know these toilet stalls connect to a maze of underground tunnels? Neither did I, until I accidentally stumbled into them while fighting with Sven. I hope he rots in there.
Me too. I really want to go home now. We have to find your mother.
Just follow the noise.
Give up already. There will always be more normal people than occults. You can't win.
Win what exactly? This isn't a competition, and not all mortals are as scared of me as you are. Not yet anyway.
You can't go in there now. Authorized personnel only.
My mother took your gun, didn't she? So how are you planning on stopping us?
No, the question should be, how are you planning on getting past me? You can't use your magic because I'm wearing my...
That was for ratting me out, asshole.
Something I should know.
He's the one who told his witch hunter friends about our sex tape when I was undercover as Sean Winters. That's how they caught me. If we were on Sulani, I'd throw him to the behemoth of Muapelam.
Later, he could still be useful. Remove his ring.
I still don't understand why you're making such a fuss about this. We came here for the werewolves, not for you.
Your psychotic worker bee with the red fur seems to think otherwise.
But she's not the one in charge. I am, and I already proposed a solution that doesn't involve any more violence. Get out of our way and you won't be hurt. Stay, and we'll fight.
Why are you acting so peaceful all of a sudden?
If you or your fellow witch hunters ever harass them again, I will find you, and deliver your soul personally, to a place that will make hell look like a wellness holiday.
He never specified who he meant by them though, did he?
Probably not just the big guy and the merman.
And now what? You're willing to abandon your holy crusade just because some guy in a Grim Reaper costume pulled a prank on you?
I'm definitely not willing to go back to hell or an even worse place just to find out if it was really a prank.
Hello? Are you still there, or have you bored yourself to death in the meantime?
He didn't say I couldn't defend myself. And you're forcing my hand.
That's what I was going to say. You know, Prudence, your people have this annoying habit of taking hostages whenever things don't go your way. You've kidnapped me before, and almost killed Lev. So how about we turn the tide for once?
Yeah, I think Mr. Man Bun here would make a perfect new playmate for us.
And a nice addition to my collection. How cute. Now he'll be much easier to transport too.
What have you done? Where are Sven and Allison?
Go look for them, and you shall find out. But don't come back anytime soon, or else, well, I'm sure someone has told you by now what happened to you after Mum turned you into a garden gnome. I'm curious to find out how Mr. Man Bun will like the experience.
Well, seems like you're outnumbered, bitch. No offense, bitch. Follow your own advice and just give up already.
Don't worry, Bobo. I'm coming back for you. This isn't over yet.
Sven said the same thing after Elise left with the werewolves, and then he brought reinforcements. Should we be worried?
Eventually, but for now, I'm so proud of you too. Fighting witch hunters, showing up with a hostage, threatening to kill said hostage if the queen bee doesn't fuck off. Who taught you to be so beautifully evil? Seems like I didn't completely fail as a mother. That's my boy. And my son-in-law, of course.
We're still not getting married, Mum.
You know what? Why not?
Exactly, why not?
You can't be serious, Lev. We've only known each other for a few months. What happened to the carefree hedonist I met on Sulani?
Well, he had a child. Literally. A vampire impregnated him. Like it or not, we're a family now. And after everything we've been through together, do you still think someone better will come around?
So you really think we should get married?
Not right here or now, but sooner or later, maybe. So Tiamo, will you?
Yes, he will.
Mum.
I was going to say, will you at least consider it?
Well.
Time to go home, I guess. But rest assured, Elise, wherever you are, I'll find you.
Olga.
Serena. Long time no see. Nice new hair color.
Thanks. I actually wanted a darker shade of purple, but couldn't find one. Anyway, why didn't you tell me you were in town?
I would have, but this is not a vacation, unfortunately. Can't say too much. The next time I'm here though, maybe we could.
Serena, are you coming? That winter jacket by Big D is almost sold out, and it would look much hotter on you than any of the other women in there.
Oh. I see you're not alone.
Yeah. June and I met at Studio Donna. And she's right, I should probably hurry if I want that jacket for myself.
Well, then. Good luck. It was nice seeing you again.
Leaving already, Olga?
Don't tell me you're sad about it. Or at least, give a better performance than yesterday, when you tried to convince me that Elise Donovan wasn't responsible for the temporal anomalies.
So you figured it out, huh? Sorry, I was just
protecting a friend. I get it. Just don't ever lie to me or impede my investigations again, or else I might have to arrest you after all. See you around, Tiamo.
Do you think she arrested Elise?
She didn't look very happy, so no, I guess not.
Oh well, let's go shopping at that boutique again. We're going to need new suits for our wedding.
Whoa, slow down, Lev.
Leviathan was right when he told Prudence we could use a new playmate in the house. And bitch turned into a werewolf in the meantime? That's my dog.
Mum, what if someone had gotten hurt?
Then someone would be crying right now like the weepy little wimp they are. Calm down. Nothing of the sort did happen, right?
But it might, so we need to keep an eye on her. Amara suggested taking her in for the time being. She has some experience with werewolves.
And some chickens to feed a bitch if she turns into alpha bitch again. I like it.
I don't. Who knows what other experimental treatments she'll come up with. The next time you see me, I might have grown horns into fishtail.
Elise, you look mummified.
Quiet. No need to alert the entire neighborhood to my presence.
Our neighbors don't give a fuck. But what's with the secrecy?
I just came to say goodbye.
What? Where are you going?
It's best if you don't know. Your friend from Strangerville figured me out. She's probably on her way to report me to her superiors as we speak, sending the entire SCIA after me. I don't want to be imprisoned again, not after the angels put me in a black hole.
Ask the community for help. A bunch of righteous douchebags in custom-tailored black suits are no match for the witches of the magic realm.
That's what I thought, and so I went to the ageless sage earlier this morning. But he won't help. He said time manipulation is a dangerous weapon
in the wrong hands. You have proven more than once that you can't be trusted with it. First, when you abducted me and nearly caused the destruction of the magic realm, and again yesterday, when you stopped time to escape the SCIA agent, knowing full well that your actions might lead to another similar calamity.
I can now turn back time too, so far without any serious repercussions. If I had accidentally broken the magic realm, I would have fixed it that way.
So you say, but actions speak louder than words, and the same is true for me. In the past, I have sacrificed one high witch of time manipulation to protect the rest of us, and if necessary, I will allow history to repeat itself. For the sake of the magic community.
Sacrifice a high witch, let history repeat itself? What does that mean?
It means I have to leave.
No, you can't. What about Evelyn?
She thinks this is another educational trip, and I asked Charmaine to watch over her while I'm gone. I need to ask something similar of you too. Vero is working on a cure for Draco, who will remain in the magic prison in the meantime. Please pay him a visit once in a while, and give him my regards, will you?
We can do that, but...
There's nothing more to say, except thank you, and goodbye.